I'm using Primo pasta because they're another 100% Canadian-owned company.
Primo Pasta has been cooking up authentic Italian goodness for over 70 years at their legendary pasta plant just north of Toronto, overseen by this fine specimen of pasta perfection, Jon Porco. Jon's been involved in the pasta business since I was still in diapers.
Well, I've been part of the organization for 44 years.
Easy there, Jon. No need to remind everybody how old we're getting.
It's amazing. I started when I was 10, no way.
10?
I'm joking.
All jokes aside, let's roll back the dough even further, way back to 1956. A young pasta protege named Primo Pollinato that is, recognized Canada's exploding pasta craze after World War II, fueled by Italian and European immigrants hungry for a little taste of home.
The demand for pasta was incredible, and there really wasn't a lot of pasta manufacturing facilities in Canada.
Primo was way ahead of the curve, at least until 1987, when the company faced a tough decision and went corporate.
It's important to understand it went from private ownership, went through some multinational ownerships.
Translation? Primo's Canadian identity was sent bouncing around like a meatball between American owners for many years, until Sunbright Foods stepped onto the scene, a proudly Canadian family-run business with their maple leaf-shaped eyes fixed firmly on bringing Primo home. And in 2006, they did just that, returning the pasta legend to Canadian hands, and from there, it was smooth sailing.
Day one, we realized that the machinery we had in this plant was not really delivering the quality of product that we wanted.
Ouch! Turns out Primo's pasta plant needed a little more than a facelift. It needed an entire pasta plasti. That meant modernizing machinery and sourcing Primo's signature ingredient, Canadian-grown durum wheat from local farmers. And around these pasta parts, nobody knows more about durum wheat than plant manager Matthew Ferris.
For pasta, it's used because, one, the color of the semolina, two, for the protein, and then there's also HVK, which is hard vitreous kernel.
Of course, the hard vitreous kernel. Sounds important.
It has to be 80% for it to be called a grade 1.
I believe you, but sourcing fancy wheat was only half the battle. Primo's pasta plant was overdue for a serious tech upgrade too.
There's been a lot of investments done in the plant with new processing equipment, new packaging lines, robotic palletizing cells. We've almost doubled the amount of employees we have. We've gone from about 50 employees to about 100. There's been a lot of growth.
Quickly, we saw the results. The results were very positive. The quality is exceptional.
Exceptional indeed, especially because Primo can mill their own wheat on site. A fresh approach no other Canadian pasta maker can match.
The time that we get wheat into the plant to a finished pasta could be 4 hours to 8 hours. In that window, depending on the product, we can have wheat to finished product in 4 to 8 hours.
It's Primo's unique, lightning-fast process that consistently delivers unbeatable fresh pasta. But one big burning question remains: which noodle reigns supreme?
Spaghetti is probably the hero on the table for the last century.
And it's the only hero that I'll ever let cradle my delicate meat biscuits. And now that it's cooking nicely
In our boiling water, let's move on to dessert.